Good afternoon. The Security Council had a very extensive exchange of views on Somalia and on Myanmar. On Somalia, the Security Council expressed concern about the Al-Shabaab threat, welcomed AMISOM's role, and looked forward to the Secretary General's report in November on options for AMISOM. The Security Council welcomed progress on security sector reform agenda and Somalia's commitment to political and economic reforms. The Security Council reiterated the importance of implementing the reforms and commitments agreed at the London Somalia Conference in May, in particular taking forward constitutional review and the federalism process. The Security Council raised concern over the impact of the drought, welcomed humanitarian contributions and UN efforts, and called on the international community to increase coordination efforts to prevent a slide into famine. On Myanmar, the Council had a very extensive discussion, exchange of views. Without any doubt, the Security Council is seized with the matter. The following is what we have agreed. The members of the Security Council expressed deep concern about the situation in the Rakhine State, acknowledging the initial attack on Myanmar security forces on 25th August. They condemned the subsequent violence, which has led to over 370,000 people being displaced. They expressed concern about reports of excessive violence during the security operations and called for immediate steps to end the violence in Rakhine, de-escalate the situation, re-establish law and order, ensure the protection of civilians, restore normal socio-economic conditions, and resolve the refugee problem. They welcomed the government of Bangladesh's effort to provide assistance to refugees and welcomed UN and other international efforts to support the government of Bangladesh. They noted the commitments made by the government of Myanmar to provide humanitarian assistance to all displaced individuals without discrimination. They called on the government of Myanmar to fulfill these commitments, facilitate humanitarian assistance to those in need in Rakhine State, and to ensure the protection and safety of humanitarian actors. They encouraged further dialogue and cooperation among the states concerned. They welcomed the Secretary General's efforts to encourage calm in Rakhine. They agreed on the importance of a long-term solution to the situation in Rakhine and called for implementation of the recommendations of the Advisory Commission on Rakhine State, chaired by Kofi Annan. In that context, they welcomed, as a first step, the government of Myanmar's establishment of the Ministerial Implementation Committee for the Rakhine Advisory Commission. They confirmed that the international community stands ready to support the government of Myanmar with implementation. This is what we have agreed.
Mr. President, should Myanmar stop all its military operations in the state now? That's what the Secretary General says. Does the Security Council share that view?
Now, that the statement that I read out is what we have agreed. As I said at the beginning, the Security Council is seized with the matter, and a number of issues and other concerns might be addressed as we proceed. For now, this is what we have agreed.
Some will see that as a very weak statement.
If I may,
some might say.
I mean, do your elements to the press here reflect the gravity of the situation of the ground? I mean, we're seeing reports of entire villages being destroyed, homes being burnt to the ground, hundreds of thousands streaming across the border to Bangladesh. There's a view from NGOs, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, that the Security Council has not acted appropriately. How do you respond to those criticisms?
That is what the Security Council has agreed for now. This is, this,
Please.
go ahead.
Do you anticipate an open session of the Security Council anytime soon, given the gravity of the situation?
I wouldn't exclude it.
Mr. President, in your national capacity, do you think that statement goes far enough?
In my national capacity, I probably would have liked to move a little bit further. But in my capacity as the President of the Security Council, this is what I can tell you. Okay?
Discussion of an envoy,
okay, thank you.
UN envoy on the issue
thank
of Myanmar.
Thank you.
PRST, Ambassador, will you discuss on a PRST? Presidential statement? Any discussion on that?